Hey, Luke.
Hey, Scott.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
I'm well. So we have a new little gadget here.
We do.
Want to tell us a little bit about what we have today?
Yeah. So this is a smart watch and fitness tracker from MediFancy.
Okay.
So this guy is really kind of cool. It's a low cost. It's $50.
Yeah.
And what this thing is a watch, but it will also monitor your heart rate, your blood oxygen. It'll do a step counter, and it's got a color screen, and it is waterproof. So most of the time with wearables, we see, you have heart rate and you have steps. This kind of has everything, and it has 14 sport modes.
Yeah.
So you can tell it what kind of exercise you're doing, and it will have a little bit better of an idea on how to track the information it's getting from your body.
This is a really interesting device. More so once I find out the price.
Sure.
This isn't anything new, groundbreaking.
Nope.
It's a great kind of like tracker.
Yeah.
Give you notifications of things that are happening. It's not Wear OS. It's not a Fitbit. It isn't something, but it's pretty cool for $50.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to. I mean, I've never spent any time with this brand,
Right.
so I can't endorse it from the standpoint of you're going to love this brand. You're not going to have any issues with it. But I'm very interested in this thing for $50.
Yeah.
It has, there's an app that you can install, and you can go through and, you can track your steps, your calories, your sleep. You can go in here and of your sport modes, it's like indoor, outdoor running, swimming. There are multiple watch faces in here. You can do hiking, cricket, open water swim, yoga, pool swim. So there's, elliptical, rowing.
All kinds of different things, and like I said, it just kind of gives that a little bit more information on what you're doing, so it gives you the right readout of your, heart rate and blood oxygen and stuff like that. Now,
these aren't removable straps in the sense of, I think, your same watch straps, and I might be wrong, that you'll get from like a replaceable one from like Fossil or somebody.
No, they will come off.
But I don't know if that. I have to look into seeing if that is the case.
It doesn't look like the same kind of attachment that we see in most other watch bands.
It's like recessed a little bit.
But they are like a rubberized material.
They feel like they
really easy to clean. Probably won't hold sweat. Won't get probably too crusty or anything like that.
Yeah.
It is it's obviously chargeable. Has a proprietary charger that snaps on the back. This thing, I think, more than anything, looks like other watches you'll see.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that kind of act as if it looks right on your wrist. It looks doesn't look out of place. Sometimes we see these more unknown brands kind of take a little bit more risk with what their watches look like, and for whatever reason they're either really big or skinny, kind of weird designs. This one it looks good. It's got kind of like a brushed steel look, and it's got just one dial on the side,
and it's square. Where a lot of times these types of trackers are more like a band or a bracelet.
Yep.
Or when you lean into the smart watch side of it, it's the round face.
Right.
So this looks an awful lot like another major electronics brand.
It does.
And what it might make. It's
Even some of the faces are very similar to some of those images you've seen on that watch. But in looking at it, so I took some pictures and videos and stuff that you'll see here on the screen of this, and in looking through the faces and looking through the settings, it has everything you would want in a smartwatch tracker combo for that price. Now, you're not going to get full access to responding to your text messages. You're not taking calls from this.
Sure.
You're not doing some of that stuff, but it does, give you call and text notifications on the device. So if you see, we've reviewed some other smartwatches and stuff that don't do that even. So it has a lot of the right things going for it. It'll be interesting to see kind of how it actually plays out. Being a brand that we're not very familiar with.
So I will typically kind of just do a cursory search of what other outlets, if this is new.
Sure.
Has anybody else put hands on this thing? What are they saying? Just to kind of see if my thoughts align with theirs.
Right.
So far, there hasn't been a lot of chatter about it, but so far people are pretty impressed with it.
Sure.
And again, I go back to that $50, and I'm like, wow, man, if I can get all this, why spend more? Why go $200-$300?
I have one piece of information that might put you over the edge of you have to get this.
Okay.
For $50, you get all of these things we're talking about, but it also comes with a 3-year warranty. So you're spending $50 on a smart device that doesn't have really a track record that we know of from a company. But if there's a problem, they're gonna cover you for 3 years.
Right.
Now, obviously, that warranty doesn't cover if you lose it, or if you run over it, or it falls off your wrist and you step on it and it smashes the face. Like,
sure,
that stuff is not covered. But if you have a defect, normally with these type of devices, you're looking at, luckily, if you get a year, but 3 years. It's kind of, if you're in the market for a smart device, a smart watch, and you want kind of a more fitness focused thing, it's kind of really hard to not look at this thing for $50.
It is, and the other big thing for me is the battery life.
Yeah,
is a lot of times the sticking point for why I tend to kind of go hot and cold on wearables.
Sure,
I will take it off to charge it because it's been 2 days, I need to charge it, and I didn't really wear it today, and then it's been 2 days since I've worn it, and now it's been a week, it's still on the charger. This guy promises up to 30 days on a 2-hour charge.
2-hour charge, 30 days, and then 60 days standby.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Yes,
how well that does.
Yeah,
but that's even if it comes close to that. That's an amazing feat.
Yes,
to hit. So for $50, I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's really light. It doesn't feel cheaply made.
Yeah.
It feels like, wow, this is actually pretty damn cool.
It is.
So
now, one thing I think maybe one of the big differences for a tracker or a wearable that we see is this. I believe it doesn't have GPS.
Sure.
So you're not going to be, tracking your runs or something like that if you're hiking,
or even assisted GPS, which
right.
sometimes if you're running or doing something with your phone with you.
Right.
This is more of that. We just know that you've burned this many calories.
Yeah.
We know that you've taken this many steps.
Sure.
We know that you slept for this long. And again, we don't know the full accuracy of this, and there are going to be other outlets that probably put it to deeper tests and to compare that. So I would say for $50, the MediFancy, it's called the Smart Watch, and it's a Bluetooth, so it's going to work with your Android phone or your iPhone. It might be a nice little gift to yourself, or coming up on Dad's and grad season. Yeah, worth looking into.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.